Hey guys, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on for more great content.
Hey guys, it's Rob4 here from Betway, and joining me today is the infamous rifler Valde. Tell me his all-star lineup.
Hey, I'm doing fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. So what I want you to do is obviously build out your all-star lineup, your dream team. Try not to include too many of your teammates, perhaps. People might call you biased, even though they are very skillful and great players. So why don't we start with an AWPer?
For my AWP, I'll go with Simple. I think he's like a great player. He's the best player in the world at the moment for my money. And I think the fact that he can rifle as well as he can is like a big factor. So on the rounds where you don't have the money maybe for the AWP, he can always be like a superstar rifler as well.
Great first choice, Simple. You can always rely on him to pick up that 3 or 4K. He's going to do it. He's going to have those impact performances. All right, let's go for an in-game leader next.
I think it's quite obvious. Probably a lot of people makes this choice, but I'm going to go for Glaive still. I think he's like the greatest in-game leader of all time. And yeah, it's kind of like a no-brainer for me. I think he has the authority to control any player basically, and yeah, just the way he's calling and the personality he has fits really well with the team I'm gonna build, I think.
Have you ever played with him, even in like a casual environment?
I played with him in Heroic and Copenhagen Wolves, but he was not like in-game leading there, so it's like a bit different, but I still know like what he's capable of, and yeah, I don't know, it's like a no-brainer to me at least.
I think in this all-star team, it would be quite cool to have yourself in it. And where would you fit in? Where do you see yourself playing?
I think I would put myself into kind of like a filler role. I'll be holding some of like the tougher spots where maybe you're a lot by yourself. Could be inner on train,
yeah.
It could be ramp on nuke. Places like this where maybe a lot of people would call them bad spots. I think in terms of spots, it's a lot up to the player to make it a good spot rather than the spot just being bad by default, So yeah, I think I would feel like kind of like a supportive role, but still having a lot of impact because maybe you'll do a lot of clutches, etc. So yeah, that was my thoughts.
Okay, I think lastly you need to go for maybe like a core player, like a support player, and perhaps like an entry player as well. So which players are you going to go for to round out your team?
My entry, I'll go Yekindar. I think he's like doing an insane job at the moment, to be honest. Like the way he always goes first for his team, like not caring about at all the situations he's getting. I think he's super selfless in the way he's playing, and I think he's having like tons of impact at the moment. He's really like the standout player to me from that VP team, even though all of them is doing like a great job.
Do you reckon it'd be tough to keep up the phone like during LAN?
Obviously, it's always maybe a bit harder on LAN, but I still think like the way he's playing, he's a super smart guy as far as I can tell from the interviews and when I just see him play. So honestly, not too concerned about that. I think he'll do fine. Maybe not as fine because it's like really hard to maintain his current form, even like no matter what environment you're in, because he's having like such insane impact. So I think when you play a role like him, it's a lot about like reinventing yourself. Being aware of like the peaks you're doing, etc. Because people will start looking at your demos and the way you play to try and counter it, right? But I'll still go for him. I think he's a really solid player.
And lastly, Valde, who are you going to pick for your 5th player? Are you going to go for like a rifler, a bit more of a supportive player, or are you going to go for more firepower?
I don't know. I could actually go for a guy like Twist from FaZe. I think in his current form, like he has this insane crisp aim. And I think if a guy like Yekindar is just going in first and Twist is coming in as the second guy, gonna have all the easy duels, and I think he's also a good clutcher, then like I think that's a sick team, to be honest. Like you have a good combination of skill, brains and aim. So yeah, I think that's a super solid team, actually.
If theoretically this lineup came to fruition and played against the current OG lineup, what would be the outcome of that match?
Maybe in the future we'll see like a combination of the two in a show match or something, maybe.
Okay, there we have it, your all-star lineup. Thank you so much, Valde, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and feel free to subscribe.